We talked about shade trees on previous editions of Garden Steps, and for good reason. They're a great starting plant, especially if you've got a brand new landscape. But let's face it, our society today is a little bit more instant gratification oriented than a shade tree. The shade trees will take 7, maybe 10 years before they really start doing any good in a landscape. So we want a little bit more fun, a little bit more pizzazz from the landscape. And the best way to provide that is through an ornamental tree. Ornamental trees, right from the get-go, will be doing some flowering, some fruiting, and some beautiful fall color. So all of that right away. So we know that ornamental trees are good in the landscape, so think about where we should put them. Now there's a couple of options here. First of all, you can put them out in the full sun by themselves as solitary trees, and that works out really good for plants like crab apples, because you're going to get some instant appeal off of those, and they look good by themselves and they are adapted well to full sun. Other ornamental trees, like maybe this gray dogwood or the black haw viburnum here, they're going to work well in what we call a layered landscape. And really this is all about how things happen in nature. We have big trees like elm trees and sycamores, and then underneath them there's a shorter tree or an understory tree. And the more that you can replicate that in your landscape, the more success you'll have. Trees like redbud, for example, are native to Nebraska and really do well in that medium-sized part of the landscape. And then you can finish it out from there if you want to put in some shrubs or taller perennials and make your whole landscape a complete success. Now, there are just way too many understory and ornamental trees for me to mention here in this video, but luckily for you, the viewer, there are lots of local resources that you can use to help you find the best plant. Now, the first one is the Nebraska Statewide Arboretum, and they're a great resource all across the state for finding a good, specialized, localized tree that's going to serve the purpose. Also, you can talk to your local extension agent, and they're well versed in the trees that are well adapted to your area. And something you may not even have thought of, your local electric utility. Quite often they also have planting guides that can be helpful.